Forex market situation update, guys. Welcome back. Thursday morning, we're looking at the New Zealand versus the US dollar. Important update we got for you on this one. We've been bullish. Last time I checked, I think it was about a week ago, we talked about the New Zealand dollar as the potential for continuation on this upside trend that started way back at March 2020. But then came the weekend, and the close of the weekend was a little bit surprising at first, but also very concerning. And we felt that price was not going to continue, at least not going to continue pushing forward, at least not in the foreseeable future, at least not in the immediate future. We felt that price was starting to trade sideways on a very small scale, because we got that first downside move, and then we had this. Take a look, that big spike. That happened on Friday, right? So price came back and managed to basically close below both 73.65 and 72.62 right there. Take a look. This is the move we're talking about, right? So, we felt that it's time to split. We got out and we flipped over as quickly as we could, pretty much. So right now we're actually running a bearish campaign on the New Zealand dollar. I want to show you another reason we decided to pull out from that bullish campaign and flip over. It had to do with the monthly closing bar, which we had just a few days ago. Take a look at that. This is the big picture, right? Showing you the formation that had started back at 2015. We're working with that movement ever since. We got that massive resistance level in 72.43. Had been challenged twice before, right? On January, that was the first series attempt here, was failed, and then last month was pretty incredible. The way price was ending up back below by the end of the month is highly suspicious. This 72.43 level is big, and it could send price action completely on the other side, right? It could send price action into a downside trend at this point, at least for a local correction. Right now, that's where our focus in, right? We're talking about this blue system here. So when we flipped over, we were aiming for a short-term target, 71.46. That's it. We're talking about 100 pip. You can see we pulled the trigger already twice, right? Now, it's also pretty encouraging to see this week's behavior. Let me zoom in as much as I can. Take a look. Already spiking that 72.62 from below, right? Last week breaking down. This week testing it from below. So that's a very good sign on its own. So back to the daily chart. This is where we're at right now. We've pulled the trigger twice. Price is coming off today and mostly yesterday. And if it will close out negatively today, we'll keep throwing more trades into the mix here, trying to push the position as big as we can before we hit the target at 71.46. We think price is trading sideways here. So right now it's pretty much building up the third leg as we speak. Right? Once it hits that lower section, it would probably start to turn around and start to construct. The next one is going to be leg number 4. So we're probably going to have a bit of a back and forth exchanges here for quite some time. Then obviously we'll come back to judge whether price is ready to break forward, talking about 72.43 again, or whether we're going to have a full-fledged downside reversal, which we'll also try to take advantage of if that's going to be the case. Right. Anyway, interesting story we got for you guys on this one. New Zealand dollar seems to be under the spell of the short-term cycle at this point in time. That's about that for this one. We'll be back with the next, so stay tuned.